What happened if an ancient woman couldn't stop bleeding after childbirth? The baby was finally born. Everyone thought the nightmare was over. Then something went terribly wrong. The bleeding wouldn't stop. Every cloth became soaked. There was no way to replace the blood she was losing. Every drop of blood brought her closer to death. So how did ancient families try to save her when there was almost nothing they could do? For some families, the celebration lasted only a few moments. A silent emergency had already begun. A newborn's cry filled the room. The family smiled. Everyone believed the hardest part was finally over, but the bleeding continued. Was that normal? At first, sometimes. The women who had delivered countless babies knew some bleeding was expected. They also knew exactly when it was becoming something far more dangerous. If the bleeding refused to slow, was there still enough time to save her? Every glance at the mother answered the same frightening question. Was she slipping away? Was her face turning pale? Was she growing weaker? Could she still speak clearly? Those small changes often revealed a battle that words never could. So, what did they try first? One of the oldest methods was surprisingly simple. The baby was placed against the mother's breast as soon as possible. Ancient midwives didn't understand hormones, but through generations of experience, many believed early breastfeeding helped the mother's body recover after birth. Modern medicine now knows breastfeeding releases oxytocin, helping the uterus contract and reducing bleeding. But what if that wasn't enough? The room fell silent. Family members exchanged frightened looks. The midwife understood that every passing moment mattered. Now, every heartbeat carried a new risk. Some midwives gently pressed on the mother's lower abdomen, hoping the womb would tighten and slow the bleeding. Others changed the cloths again and again, watching closely for any sign that the blood loss was easing. Did those efforts always save her? Not always. Some mothers continued losing blood faster than anyone could stop it. Without a way to replace what her body had already lost, each heartbeat stole a little more of her strength. Was there anything left to try? One final hope remained. Across parts of the ancient world, healers sometimes turned to herbal remedies believed to slow bleeding. Some were prepared as drinks. Others were applied directly to the body. Whether they truly worked was uncertain, but desperate families were willing to try almost anything if there was even the smallest chance of saving her. Even today, that ancient advice feels surprisingly familiar. Living through those moments beside a dying mother was something no written page could truly capture. But even if the bleeding finally slowed, was she finally safe? Not even close. The bleeding might stop, yet exhaustion, infection, and the blood she had already lost could still take her life days later. Ancient families understood that painful reality all too well. Many mothers remained in bed while relatives cared for both her and the newborn. Every sunrise felt like a victory that had been earned. So when did mothers finally gain a real chance against this silent killer? Centuries would pass before medicine finally changed the odds. Blood transfusions, medicines that help the uterus contract, emergency surgery, and sterile hospitals transformed one of history's deadliest moments into something far more survivable. Did that leave ancient families completely defenseless? No. They relied on calm minds instead of advanced medicine. They comforted exhausted mothers, protected them from the cold, watched every change in their condition, and refused to surrender while hope remained. For countless generations, joy and fear shared the very same room. A baby's first cry could be followed by hours of anxious waiting. No miracle was about to arrive. No physician would rush through the doorway carrying a life-saving treatment. Everything depended on the people already standing beside her. Only fading strength, quiet determination, and a family refusing to let hope disappear before the night was over, praying the woman who had just given life would still be there to watch her child grow. A quiet battle fought inside ordinary homes, long before history ever thought to record it.